you're back. I'm glad you're here. Thank you. We have, It's nice to be back.
Yes, it's nice to have
It
you
is.
back. Did you have a nice vacation?
I did. I didn't do anything at all. Played some tennis.
Well, that's the best way.
Sat home and relaxed. You know, cleaned out my sock drawer. Big vacation.
Well, we missed you.
Less people think I made that up. That is true about the candy pants. Edible underwear, and they're selling it. It's true. They're selling
that could be dangerous.
$5.50 a pair. Says a lot of buyers are college students, but there have been people also in their 50s and 60s. They're wearable. They look like plastic pants for infants. The only difference is they are tasty. Where are we headed, folks? Put in water, they disappear. Left out of their freshness bag, they become brittle. Left out in the cold, they freeze, which brings up other interesting possibilities, too. But
You have to be careful. If you wore a pair of those and went out with an oversexed diabetic, you could be in trouble.
yeah, take 2 pairs of these and call me in the morning. Okay. Well, anyway, it brings up all kinds of...
Old Ironsides is with us tonight.
Yeah. Raymond Burr is with us tonight, and also Robert Klein.
You think you'll lay down rubber tonight?
No, you still remember that joke, don't you?
One of my all-time favorites.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember that joke.
It was a
new episode of a television show. And we were reading, coming up for the television season, and it was when Raymond Burr was doing Ironside. And the episode was, Ironside goes on the water diet and lays rubber to the men's room. And you've never forgotten that, have you?
That's my favorite.
Obviously, most of you have forgotten it, and probably just as well.
What a thing, though.
Here's an item from the, obviously from the newspaper, by Jack Hewson. I don't know what paper this is. Anybody know? Looks like the Los Angeles Times, I assume. Telling you when you're going to be fired. There are little signs that apparently occur before people are going to be let go from their jobs. And it says some of the more obvious signs you're about to lose your job include some or all of your duties are taken away. You're given rotating assignments instead of a permanent position. The more subtle signs include you're sent to personnel to talk about your career goals. You're excluded from meetings and receiving office memos. Your boss and his peers stop inviting you to lunch or coffee. Your boss becomes more critical of your performance and increases his supervision of your work. He's too busy to see you. Little signs. More devious telltale signs are you're relocated from Southern California to North Dakota. You're moved into smaller quarters inside the company. You're relieved of your secretary.
You know,
and if you read these, this will tell you when you're going to be
I don't know
fired
if that
from your
is in the
job.
LA Times. I'm not sure what paper that is from, but
Yeah.
it's amazing.
What's that?
That in these times of high unemployment, that you would happen to find an article in a newspaper. Look, the size of that article.
Yeah.
Small as that article is right there. That article will tell you everything. I mean, if there's anything you want to know about losing your job, it's in this article. Everything you want to know.
Well, you're wrong, Bugle Breath. Let me tell you something. Here's some signs. Here's some definite signs you'll know if you're going to lose your job. When you arrive at the office in the morning, your desk is on fire. When the men's room key they give you is to the Shell station down the street. When they replace your Xerox machine with a Polaroid camera. If they move you out of a large office with a window and move you into a small office that stops at every floor. If you find a horse's head in your parking space. The boss takes you to lunch and the olive in your martini starts ticking. Little suggestions. When they remove your fluorescent lights and replace them with a firefly and a whip. When the boss tells you your new sales territory is the Bermuda Triangle. Little subtle ones. When you push the button on your intercom and it's connected to Henny Youngman's Dial-A-Joke. When your stenographer takes your dictation sitting on somebody else's lap. When your paycheck is printed on a sumo wrestler's arm. That's weird. When your boss questions your expense account and demands a receipt for the dime you spent in the pay toilet. Those are just some of the reasons, not all. Not all of it. It didn't happen. Now, we have tonight Raymond Burr is with us, Robert Klein, Tom Burnham, and a lovely lady you will meet in a moment who's celebrating, and this is no joke. People usually think we're setting something up, but she was with us last year, if you remember. Maud Tull, who still drives her own car, an electric car, by the way. And she was picture was in the paper the other day, wasn't it? Or the LA Times or one of the papers, they did a story. She will join us in just a moment after we have this short commercial.